I was just sitting here and I was really stressing out in a psychic way. And I threw up in my bed. I didn't even drink that much alcohol. Well, I had one beer. And I threw up. I like blew up. And it came out. It was because I was using my vaping, scratching my throat. And I threw up here. And I got the bag, got on my hand. And I held it in the bag. And I was carefully able to get it in a side of the bag effect, like turn sideways, not even open, and then fold it up into a thing that's holding it, and then get another bag and shake it with the other hand, and get the bag in there without getting too much of it on the floor. And then I picked it up with paper towels and look where it was at on my pants. It was like right here on my pants, and it got on the floor in here and over here and here, and because when I went over here, it got a spot on the floor. And then I got Clorox, and I sprayed all the Clorox. I sprayed my pants with Clorox around every place so I could remember it was at. And I wiped off the Clorox, soak up the Clorox on my pants and the bed. My shirt was up. It was very easy to clean my bed because I had my shirt up over my head. I know. And I attribute this to being psychically vulnerable to a putrid feeling in a psychic way, like it was a nervous thing, but it feels psychic. Okay, but enough about that. Today we're going to talk about Japanese grandma. Yeah, we're going to talk about my brilliant idea for Japanese grandma restaurants and how they're going to come about. I'm going to make movies, talk about it a lot, and make movies about opening up for people to make Japanese grandmas. Make a movie about opening up a Japanese grandma. But it's like you asking everyone to do it because I don't want to own a restaurant. I want to own a stock value to give to my family as a gift to my family. They own stock in the Japanese grandma restaurant. Everyone that had related to Japanese grandma gets stock, and that's attributed to my family, my success. And that's what you give to your family, divided it up. That these get a small share in the corporate stockhold of the franchise. When it becomes a franchise, when people want to buy a copy of the restaurant, and people are buying copies of the restaurant to put in trendy places, that you can get Japanese grandma food there. Japanese grandma is a sticky white. It's sushi rice restaurant, but you can get a bowl of sushi rice. Japanese grandma has a mentality that's catering to picky eaters. She's gonna be very careful that everyone understands their food, because some of it could be kind of complicated if you didn't understand it, and there can be something you don't understand for a long time until you try it. Because Japanese grandma caters to picky eaters. Japanese grandma has fruit bowls. That's something that she didn't make, but I'm adding fruit bowls because my company owns these sauces that taste good on white rice. Candy cinnamon is for fruit bowls. The hazelnut mint is for fruit bowls, and they also put that to make the curry. Some people make their stir fry, not the curry, the stir fry sweet. That also tastes good in the stir fry. And we sell these vegetable stir fries. We grow them up like you cooking a fast food place where you get the order and then you open the packs and you just grow them up in like 50 seconds to a minute while you're grilling them up. And just put them in a little bowl, put the whole thing that was in the bag in a bowl. And depending on what vegetables you got, that's just stir fried the vegetables. And you have to add a separate scoop for the meat. And the same with the curry. You have to buy your meat as a separate scoop. And you can get the curry, the vegetable curry. I don't know if Japanese grandma made a curry, if there was something different than that, like, or a different kind of curry. But I just know that's probably just the basic curry that we have. It tastes good in white rice. It's the vegetable base. The vegetables could be different in a different curry. They could have different vegetables in a different curry that I haven't had. I eat it with potatoes, carrots, and peas. And it's a curry. And it's the meat, and we would cook our curry with curries, but you have to add the meat separate. And the meat is genius. You can get the cooked meat, the grilled meat, and the curry meat. You can get curry cooked and grilled on most things, including shrimp. It's depending how much. It's like $3 to $5.99 a scoop, depending upon what the meat is. Because I think the curry shrimp might be a little bit extra, might be a little, I don't know, or $4.99 for it's a scoop of meat. To add meat is a separate thing, like a large scoop and a small scoop, because it could go like $4 and $6 or $3 and $5, depending upon if you're getting a lot of meat or a little bit of meat. And it's sold separately. It's all individually cooked. They have the cooked, the grilled, and the curry meat. The slow cooked meat is slow cooked in curry sauce. I know. Or if we had something different, if there was also a different kind of curry that was more like a stew or something, or they could have a different meat, like I don't know. But they have curry, stir fry. Kitchen toppings is smart too, because we can sell cans of tuna. How much is a can of tuna at the store? Is like $2, or it was like the same price as a can of tuna, or just maybe like 20 cents more than a can of tuna at Walmart, or 30 cents more than a Walmart. And you get a can of tuna there that has an original label for the restaurant. It has the restaurant label, and it's where you go to get away. We individually serve everything. Like the whatever you have your vegetables, and if it's curry or stir fry, is in a separate container than the meat, and a separate container than the rice, and it is all broken up into separate containers. You have to get the mixing bowls, which are like these plates. They're larger they're like plates, probably as large as a paper plate with a side on it that prevents they're called mixing bowls. Give it like a rim to the side of it, because I want to call them mixing bowls. And you just put them there with forks and spoons and straws, and the condiments. They will have our soy sauces. We have soy sauce. I don't know. We're gonna make a really mild soy sauce. I don't like sharp soy sauce. We're gonna have a lighter soy sauce that can also be mixed with something else, like a nut or something. I know. It can be a soy sauce, like a lighter soy sauce, a more moderate soy sauce, and then you have the hot wasabi, the mild wasabi, the curry, and the candy cinnamon, and the hazelnut. These are the sauces that are free. Kitchen toppings are more like Daiko. I have an idea. This is not about ambrosia, but I have an idea for introducing a new flavor called ambrosia, which is ginger and an aquatic vegetable. Now, I don't exactly know what it is. Based upon what it looks like in the packaging, I think these are long things that grow in the ocean, and they cut them off and they shape them up and they pickle them, and it's a really delicious vegetable that's a pickle that tastes like the ocean flavor. And I want to make that a new flavor, that even have chips that just be ambrosia flavor, or anything that they want to use your name for. After you introduce it, get the right contract to have people know what the flavor is, and they're calling it your name, then companies need to use your name to use the flavor. Some companies can try something else with the same product, but we want to have the famous brand, so we can't do that as one of the first things. You want to have the famous brand that gets to name the flavor, and you're introducing it as these bars of butter. You make the bars of butter in the cookbook it makes a salad dressing a 1-to-1 with butter, and it can also be cooked so many ways to make like an ocean vegetable taste. Pickle, ocean vegetable taste to different, like chicken and different things. Okay, back to Japanese grandma. Japanese grandma has egg yolk cookies. They're these cookies. My Japanese grandma made sugar cookies with egg yolk on them. We have to make them really good with a good solid shell. And you make these these cookies that have egg yolk cookies, and I can also sell those as a product, having the rights to sell those reserved in Gakiz for having. If it was like the Japanese grandma style tempura, and that's what we're getting to next, the tempura, I don't even know if we would reserve the right to that, or we would let someone else make that, or if it was Japanese grandma, how that would go, because I don't want to be too strict on the licensing agreements. If someone want to tempura, I don't want to get into frozen tempura. I know, but they have tempura at Japanese grandma. That's mushrooms. It's like the York Fair, because it's not even my food. It's the mushrooms, the cauliflower, the zucchini, and instead of onion rings, we're gonna have carrots because my real grandma made carrots and onion rings looks like a fast food restaurant. So if you add pieces of carrots, that were the cheap ones, and make them different prices. Make the smalls between 3 and 450, and make the regulars, and make the larges between like 5 and 8 for the larges. I know, and you will have like a tempura. Yeah, it's like a deep fried. It's fair food except for the carrots. I eat those at the fair. I don't like the zucchini. I like the mushrooms. I like the mushrooms. I don't like the zucchini. I like the mushrooms, and I like the cauliflower a lot. And I get onion rings too. And okay, there's gonna be a candy rack where they have a candy out, Japanese grandma, where they have all these Japanese candies and snacks and stuff like that. I know. And Japanese grandma has, oh, it's the sushi wraps. They make frozen sushi that's cheap. They make cheap frozen sushi sandwiches. That's like their value menu sandwich. It's like a $5 burrito. That's like it's on the value menu. Somehow it's $5, or it's like $4.49 for the frozen burrito, or $5. You can start out at $4.49 and see if you can sell enough of them to keep selling them at that. If you don't sell enough of them, they're gonna go up. If they don't sell a lot, they just make them easily and have an easy product for $4.49. Or I don't know. Yeah, it's like a large. It's like a burrito of rice. It's like a sushi burrito, and you can make them. I have one that tastes like egg and ocean egg one, and the other one would taste American. How it would have like a tofu and cucumber, and the microwave rice. If you freeze it right away when it's hot, it soaks up a lot of moisture. And when you microwave that, it's gonna get real juicy and wet. It's wet sushi. The microwave ones, if you want the drier sushi, you have to ask them to make it fresh for like $2 more. You get the same one for $2 more if they make it fresh. Only the sushi chef is allowed to touch the rice. If you want to taste the rice, they have to put it in a little cup. The sushi chef can make rice balls with their hands, and they can also they can make rice balls with their hands. They can also make the sushi with their hands. And any problem, it's like just a regular rule that only the sushi chef can touch the rice. And they do make rice balls. You can get a rice ball in the value menu too. It's like 50 cents left for the same amount of rice as a small rice. And it's like 50 cents less to get it as a rice ball, a small rice. And trying to think of what else will be on the menu. And the tempura, the fruit. I made sure we have fruit, but I didn't know how to do the fruit rolls. But I'm just gonna say we had 2 fruit rolls. They're little plastic containers. Everything's served separately. Japanese grandma really cares about picky eaters being able to put together your own meal based on seeing everything different. Kitchen toppings. We just sell daiko, that one vegetable. You can get like 3 slices of that as a kitchen topping. You can get 2 kitchen toppings. We can try kitchen toppings, and we'll sell them like condiments. But these are the expensive condiments that are in the back. If you want the condiments in the front, you can get the Japanese soy sauces. Japanese grandma is a franchise that's free. It's a free franchise. Anyone can start it, and you can compete to be a corporate overlord. If you do a good restaurant, if you do a good Japanese grandma restaurant, and people want copies of your restaurant, or if you partner up and make an agreement to have styles and how you keep things, how you figure out how to do things, if there's partners, you can be corporate overlords to a McDonald's or Taco Bell or a Chipotle, and now you have Japanese grandma. It's supposed to be fast, convenient food. You have to call them in advance if you have a lot of people, because you have to put a lot of rice on the grill. Or they have to make extra rice cookers. If you're coming in with like more than 6 people, they ask that you call in like a half an hour in advance, so they put on more rice in the rice cooker so they can cook that extra rice.